What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to the $10,000 EIDL Grant Stimulus Update. Guaranteed. It is Thursday, January the 14th, 2021. I got my ugly Christmas sweater back on again. Please do me a huge favor. Give this video a thumbs up. Hashtag EIDL with your comments below. Copy and paste the exact title of this video and share it all over social media. And if you'd like to be among 20 people that are definitely going to win $500 in cold hard cash within a month, whether I get my $10,000 EIDL grant or not, I ask that you please subscribe to this channel and make sure that you hit the bell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got it back on. For all of you that are new, it's Deck the Wall. It's a takeoff on Game of Thrones. I wore it, I think it was Christmas Eve-ish. It's freezing. It's freezing. I woke up to 25 degrees here in Atlanta, and that's cold. And I was born in Buffalo, New York, so I know something about cold and snow. But my blood's thinned out. I spent 12 years in Florida before I came here for more than 10. So I walk outside today, it's just freezing. So I said, I got to get the ugly sweater back out. So it reminds me, by the way, of a story, a funny story. Then I'm going to tell you that happened to me in Key West many, many years ago. Let me know in the comments. You ever been there? I'm going to mention a restaurant, by the way. Maybe somebody can look it up for me. I got a pen. It's just rolling. It's just rolling. It's kind of like Mitch McConnell's soul, right? It's just tumbleweed. It's just rolling through. All right. Are you getting 10 grand? What's this guarantee that I just mentioned? It is Jacky Rosen and John Cornyn, sponsors of S.4227, and Steve Chabot, who's the ranking member, aka chairman of the House, with the one-pager that is pinned in the top comment. Are they still standing by that you're getting $10,000 or the balance thereof? I'll answer all that and more today. So pull up a chair. By the way, somebody asked me, I'm early today. It's 1:30. East Coast, folks. Nobody's late today. I'm on time. I'm ready to go. Somebody asked me where I got these cups. And down here in Georgia, you got Publix and Kroger. I shop at Kroger. And I'm lazy because I got a Keurig. And then some of you are telling me I got to get a French press. I actually miss the old percolator days. My grandfather had one of those aluminum percolators. Unbelievable coffee. But anyways, these are, I think I get 25 or 30 for a couple of bucks. So if you ever wonder why I've got the same cup every day, now you know. All right. So it's cold as hell here in Georgia. In 1999, I was in Key West, and I was partying like it. And I was out on the pier. Anybody in the comments, hit me in the comments if you've ever been to the pier or anywhere in Key West. It's the most beautiful sunset in the entire world as far as I've ever seen. I mean, you're just literally flat, and you can sit on these benches, and it comes down right in front of you. In Key West, it's not rolly, it's not hilly, it's flat as can be. So it was an unbelievable sunset. Well, shortly thereafter, I was with an ex-girlfriend that I think, yeah, the Swedish girl. Family show, 1999. I walked down the street with her. Her parents flew over. I'll tell you that story another time. So I go into this fortune teller. She's got to be dead. God forgive me. She was damn near 80 back in 1999. So either she's 100 plus or she's gone to the pearly gates. So I sit down, and she's got an assistant, right? This place is packed. The line's out the door about 30 deep. And she does two things. She reads palms, or your lifeline, and your signature. So I sat down, and I'm like, man, this woman looks like she knows what she's talking about. She had weird eyes, some funky hairdo. I mean, she was out there. So she grabs my hand, and she's just kind of looking at it like this. And I don't know if you can see it, but that lifeline right there, it's not broken. So she says, I'm going to live to be 92 years old. And I'm thinking, man, after yesterday's video, when I was piling on the carbs, I'm Irish Italian, if you're new, by the way, 55,000 within the next hour. I'm gaining weight. I need to get rid of it. I'm Irish Italian, way too many carbs and too much coffee, so it messes me up. So she's got a hold of my hand, and she's like, It explains to me why I'm going to live to be 92. And coincidentally, both of my mom's parents, who have since passed, both lived to be 92 years old. My parents, however, died in their mid to late 60s, which scares the hell out of me. So I hope it skips a generation. But anyway, she reaches in and she goes, your card. And so I hand her my card, and this is what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I hope you enjoy these little side gigs. We gotta have a little fun. We can't just do all business all time. We've been talking about the same shit now for 10 months. But thank the good Lord, it's about to come to an end. So she says to me, let me see your card. So on a 3x5 card, that's my signature. It's literally that big. It goes off the page practically when I sign a check. It's just ridiculous. So that's me. You can't even see an A or an S. There's no MC there. It's nothing. And I've been doing that since I was a teen. So she's got a hold of it. She's doing this. And she hands the card back to me. And I'm waiting with bated breath. And she says, and I quote, you're arrogant, self-centered, and you're going to go far in this world. Next. And I'm like, what? Arrogant, self-centered, and going to go far in this world? And she's shushing me out the door. So I went out there, good Lord is my witness, and I was a bit rattled. And I did come to the conclusion I was arrogant, because I was on Wall Street in my 20s. I lived in South Florida. I had a big house, unbelievable lifestyle, boats, races, girls, it's just completely out of control. Self-centered? Maybe back then, but who's self-centered when you're spending 400 or 500 comments a night that you answer, and you're giving away $10,000? And going far in this world? If I am, I'm taking you guys with me. So that's a little side story. I hope you enjoyed it. On to more important things. I'm going to read to you once again, because I've been in touch with Jacky Rosen's office. They're out. The Senate's out, but the staff will call you back. By the way, you know what I say? I say, hi, my name's Jason. I represent a network of 50,000 small business owners, which is true. Could you please call me back? Well, they've gotten to know me because I've been emailing my videos for months. So, the answer is simple. What I'm going to share with you today is what it is. It's their guarantee, their belief, not mine. So, pin in the top comment once again. Let me start with Steve Chabot. By the way, this leans up against my laptop. I don't have the fancy screen shares yet. I know I got to get with it. In the Economic Injury Disaster Advance Program. And again, Steve Chabot's one-pager, chairman of the House Committee for Small Business, side by side with the bill that's also pinned, pages 2187 to 2208. It's a summary of exactly what's in the bill that's now become a law. So 3 bullet points. Bullet number 1 is section 331. Quote, provides $20 billion to restart and extend the SBA's EIDL Advance grant for small businesses in low-income communities. So I do not disagree with all the other channels and all the other publications that are telling you there's a low-income grant, there's $20 billion. Neither does Steve, Jacky, John, they all agree. Where there's a big hubbub, and we still have people, ladies and gentlemen, telling you, well, if you're not low income, it looks like you're shit out of luck. Wrong. Bullet number 1 is section 331. Bullet number 2 is section 332. Quote, creates a process for existing EIDL Advance grantees that receive less than $10,000 to reapply. You don't have to reapply. That's what they're telling us. For the difference between what you received and the maximum EIDL Advance grant of $10,000. Read it for yourself. By the way, both Steve's tweet and Jacky's that I'm going to get to in a moment, they're both still on Twitter. So they both agree, so does their staff that I just spoke to, that there's 2 programs. 331 is $20 billion for low income. You got less than 300 employees, a 30% economic loss. Sign and drive, you're good to go. Bullet number 2 is section 332. Creates a process to get those $10,000 to reapply for the difference. I know I stumbled over that. Of what you received in the maximum EIDL advance of $10,000. Translation, you're getting 10 grand or the balance thereof, provided you're legitimate, you're already in the queue, you got a loan or a grant, or you're brand new and you're credit worthy. You got a 570 or greater. And then bullet number 3 that I want to emphasize one more time, increases verification tools at the SBA to ensure accurate information is submitted on a grant application. Increases verification tools at the SBA to ensure accurate information is submitted on a grant application. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, there's a rumor right now that you may not have to send in much, if any, documentation. because they can already see your Experian credit score. They can already access your tax records going back many years. Prior to this law becoming official, you had to sign a 4506T as in Tom and then send in your tax returns. The law grants them permission to see what you have on record with the IRS. So they may not, especially for you low-income folks, they may look at your credit and say, okay, that's pretty good. They can look at your business, tax returns. All right, she's got a side hustle. He's got an LLC, an S-Corp. Looks like, according to the code in the IRS, that they're low income. Good to go. I'm not guaranteeing that, but it's starting to sound like, because there's $20 million in Section 332 for these verification tools. And as I've already told you, I'm hearing they outsource to a anti-fraud agency that's top-notch. They've got tentacles into all the major law enforcement agencies. In other words, if you're full of shit, or you're lying, or you're blowing smoke up someone's rear end, you're going to get caught this time. And you don't want that to happen. So be honest with the SBA at all times. All right, what about Jacky Rosen's tweet? I'm going as fast as I can, folks. Good news from December the 23rd. It's pinned in the top comment. When I reached out to Jacky's office and they got back to me, the words were, Jacky stands by the tweet that remains on Twitter. All right, same answer when I reached out to Steve Chabot. The woman that called me back, it was a guy in Jacky's case, a woman in another. You can find that tweet, Mr. McLahone, on Twitter. There's 2 sections to this bill, low income and the balance of 10 grand. I forget the exact words he said, but it's separate. You don't have to be in low income, for crying out fucking loud. The tweet. Good news. The You Know What 19 relief package includes $20 billion for new EIDL advances and guarantees $10,000 grants, which incorporates parts of my bipartisan legislation with John Cornyn. Jacky Rosen and John Cornyn sponsored the EIDL for Small Business Act, known as S4227. So the tweet's still up there. It's a relief package that includes $20 billion for a new advanced grant program and guarantees $10,000 grants. And Jacky Rosen's office is in Vegas, middle income. You think she's got a tweet that's still up there 3 weeks later, when her town, most of her constituents are middle to high income. Some of the houses in Vegas are outrageous. And she's guaranteeing 10 grand, but sorry, not for anybody in Las Vegas. You got to be in low income. Bullshit. You don't. It's separate. So relax. You're going to get an email or 2 in the next 72 hours. This portal is going to open and I'm going to be a fucking champion. A champion, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, somebody asked me, what do you have to do to qualify for the 10 grand? You got to subscribe to the channel. Might be a good idea to hit the bell so you'll be notified when I start giving this away. But you got to speak up. This is one of the most engaging channels in all of YouTube, but I can't give away $500 if you show up every once in a while and you don't say anything. So we need thousands of people to comment every single time so I get a chance to know you. And I engage with hundreds of you every single night. So that's how you can qualify. No need to fill anything out. You don't owe me a thing. I will be giving that money away within a month. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, always remember, I love you, each and every one of you, and thanks so much for watching.